So to me, this feels like a potential Mania match. I don't think it's going to be Lashley versus Karrion Kross. I think it's going to be possibly 4-on-4. We could see
Oh, yeah.
Bobby Lashley, Street Profits, and B-Fab versus the Final Testament, including Scarlett.
I think that's a Mania match waiting to happen. And don't make it a traditional 4-on-4. Like,
No,
make it an
do
all-out
some sort
war.
of do some sort of eerie twist to it, like some sort of stipulation that seems like would be something that the Final Testament would want, like
Yeah.
that would make it a little bit more interesting. And then I mean, it's hard to say because it's like, okay, that should be a moment maybe Bobby should win. And it's like, oh, wow, because they overcame the stipulation. But I feel like the Final Testament needs the win. But at the same time, I'm like, Bobby didn't even get a Mania match last year. So I feel like
Yeah,
he
no, you gotta
deserves
give
it.
him the win.
But
You gotta give him the pin at this Mania. I agree with that. And the Final Testament, the peeps can agree with me here in the comments or not, because I know you just keep up with AEW. But I get a lot of House of Black
mm,
vibes from the Final Testament. And one
mm-hmm,
thing the House of Black does that I love is they have this stipulation called House Rules,
mm-hmm.
and that mean they have like it's 20-second count outs. um the opponent gets to announce or pick one stipulation for the match. I know Julia Hart took on someone for the TBS title, and she enacted house rules. And the rule was like no moves off the top rope. I'm not saying that for Mania, but something
Yeah.
like that
Mm-hmm.
would be really interesting, because you get this ominous figure in the Final Testament being like, okay, you're under our rules, whatever that is, but the last choice is you get one. What is your thing you're going to bring to this match? And then
Mm-hmm.
that gets the fans also involved, because it's not, them taking over. It's like now you're getting behind them as well, because they have a choice. And, that psychological theory.
I think it also makes it just more interesting for the fans to watch because like a typical 4-on-4 or whatever is not that thrilling. I mean,
Mhm.
I guess it could be even I don't know, because sometimes I feel like those tag matches where it's like literally not even really a tag match. Like it's like
Yeah.
everybody's just fighting at the same
Yeah.
time. Like even that I wouldn't be opposed to. Like it's a lot to try and watch, but I feel like a standard like 4 versus 4 tag match, tornado tag, whatever, it's just kind of like
No, yeah, I
like
agree.
there has to,
I
if you're
agree.
going to do this match, it feels like you're just trying to get them on the card, which makes sense given the fact it's Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits. And obviously, the Street Profits were in that wild tag team match last year. They're not in that same position this year unless they do some crazy tag title tournament or something, which they've been alluding to. So we don't know. But they all deserve to be on the card. And then you're trying to make the Final Testament into this big thing. So yeah, they should be on the card as well. So I feel like it spicing it up in some sort of way at least makes it more entertaining, and maybe people would look more forward to this, because I could see
Mm.
this being a match where people aren't like, oh, I really want to see that, or bathroom break, you know what I mean? But it's like I don't feel like that's necessarily the case. Um
No,
it's
I
so if you put a stipulation on it, then people are going to be more interested.
yeah.